Okay. October mission briefing. We'll try to make things happen here while we might have a chance. October mission briefing. The Fated are a mystery to science. Despite the presence of a clear and violent contagion, they have a very low mortality rate, leading to huge Fated populations. We are aware that a patient Zero came out of City Zero. We're afraid that someone is going to need to go in and find him, as he holds the keys to unlocking a possible vaccine. Please deliver him to us.
Called it. How the hell are you doing that?
Helicopter, helicopter.
The best part is I'm zoomed in looking at the card, and he just kept coming on the side of my screen, just like, hello.
I know, I was watching your guys stream.
Awesome.
So we have the objective to find patient Zero in City Zero.
Awesome.
It's not a required one, so...
Oh, but it's gonna happen.
Woo!
He just kept coming, EOG. You know what? We've already talked about boning night, so like you're not gonna get weirder quotes out of us than you have already.
He's in one of these boxes now.
Oh no! EOG.
What?
If there was a military base in City Zero, advance the search party one additional space. Well, there was.
Well, that's a shame.
We destroyed it.
Guess we should.
I guess technically,
because we're in.
I guess technically we can build a new one.
We could build a temporary one. Because because we're in two parts. Because like all of these are separate instances. We need to finish them all, but it doesn't. We're not like guaranteed to have done this part yet.
Yeah. That said, I think this is if this gives us the DNA samples, then this is the last thing we need for this one.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Okay, so
and then we win the game.
Zero, advance one space for each card you discard matching the color of City Zero. Advance 3 spaces if you discard the card matching City Zero. If there's a military base, advance 1 additional space per action.
A reminder that I can, as an action, discard a card to pick up a card of the same color. So if we ever get Sydney into the discard pile, I can spend 2 actions to pick it up and then search with it.
Also, I'm a hero.
That's right! That's right! Pain saved the world by taking a scar!
Yep, I'm obsessed. At the end of my turn, with an even number of cards in your... Okay, so if I have an even number of cards in my hand, I have to discard 1.
Oh no, you have an even number of cards in your hand.
At the end of my turn.
Oh no, you have one of them stem cells.
And I got a grenade belt.
Dude, look at all the red cards we have.
Yeah, that's a lot of red. Which is
good
for the search.
Yeah, it's bad and good. I'll take the good part.
It's not good for sales. You can't be in the red.
Alright, so we need to find Sydney. And then we need to get all of these red cards to EOG so that he can use them on searches, because then he'll only need like 3 or 4.
Alright, so if I start in Atlanta, I can try to go to Los Angeles and then over to Sydney as quickly as I can to set up a quarantine there.
Yep. But we don't have to choose where we start before we see what the thing is, right?
Correct.
Right.
We also don't have to sabotage the military bases this game if we don't want to.
Because we have 3 other options.
Because we can quarantine instead.
We might want to leave
All
it.
Right, here we go. 3 bad guys in Riyadh.
Riyadh.
And Paris.
Parade.
Hurrah.
And New York.
Not a real place.
We got 2 of T-Pain's favorite places. Riyadh, and New York.
And New Riyadh.
2 in San Francisco.
That's the wrong colors.
Yeah, those are.
San Francisco is faded.
Oh no.
Just like me in real life.
2 in Essen.
Los Angeles and Chicago too?
Yeah.
Dang.
During our first loss of the last game was when San Francisco went off the chain and flew all around. And Sao Paulo.
There.
And then 1 in
New Mexico.
Beijing. And Shanghai. And Karachi. Alright, there you go.
So I got a lot to deal with in
Europe.
the blue and the black.
It is only one more turn for me to fly from like Cairo to Atlanta if you want to start over here so that you guys can clear more.
I don't care. I will start wherever.
Let's see. We also need to finish setting up the player deck.
Right.
I don't know what's going to make the most sense at the moment. So if we start...
Starheart.
So if we start in Cairo, I can clean up 2 of our cities on my first turn.
All right, there you go. Deck's all set up. I definitely didn't delete 3 of the epidemic cards and only leave 2 of them in there.
I was not paying attention, so you could have it. I would not even know it.
Goose.
You know that I can't because I can't delete stuff. Took that away from me.
Not intentionally.
I know.
Guys, I found Sydney. She's up in
I also
Montreal.
grabbed all 11 of these and just dropped them right in there.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Right on top.
We're making our own funding.
We got to GoFundMe.
Hey, Dad.
It's only enough for 1 though, and it's random. So
GoFundMe
we got
for,
remote outpost.
for
Hey!
fighting a global pandemic.
It's a GoFundMe, so we only get 1 and it's random. Oh, we got remote outpost. Cool, we can put a military base on Sydney.
Okay, so there's something that lets you build a military.
You have to discard the
base.
card matching the city, don't you?
I thought
Normally,
there
I
was a
think
military gear that did it, but I'm just thinking of Field Hospital. I just thought there was a military version. But I'm thinking of Field Hospital.
Listen,
mean-
all it's a sabotage.
There are binoculars as
What does that
well.
do?
Discard when you search to move 2 more spaces on the search. Binoculars.
Yeah,
So-
that's pretty nifty.
We do have the option for our win bonus to either advance all search parties 1 space or add in 1 equipment sticker to a city card in 1 player's hand.
Ooh.
Now, the only challenge with that at the moment is you wouldn't want to put it on one of those red cards because you need to discard
Might
it
as well.
separately.
Yeah.
So you want to put it on St. Petersburg and Payne's hand so you can steal that from him.
Right.
Potentially, yeah. Who wants to throw the go first die? I don't even know where my token is anymore. Where did my token go?
Okay.
Knight goes first.
Where did
Wow.
your token go? Salty
Underneath.
threw it at some point.
Is
No, I put it back. It's right there.
Oh, there it is.
Hand.
I didn't see it hiding there. I looked earlier. So what are we feeling? Cairo lets me clean up 2.
We do have a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. We also want EOG to quarantine Sydney and go stand on it as soon as possible because it's going to take him a while to find this dude, and unfortunately, multiple people there aren't going to make it go any faster now.
Although you
Yeah.
can spend your turns also, like.
Yeah, I could do it
contributing,
too. Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean,
that's
yeah, I
gonna
could
take
use
some
my
doing.
Manila card on it, but it's only going to help by 1.
That's gonna take some doing.
Like,
Um,
remember, he's at 9 spots in, and we only have. There are only 12 red cards in the deck.
So we're gonna need that
That's the neat
binoculars.
Oh, or the.
We're gonna need
So-
Sydney and binoculars. Well, one or the other, probably.
Well, we could stamp the binoculars on Tehran, and at some point I can fly myself down to EOG on Sydney, dump both of my cards for a 3 search, and then leave.
And just remember that once you use the binoculars, if I draw the same color card, I can use it again.
Yeah. True.
That's why I think that one's gonna be important.
So So I think we should put that on a blue or yellow card, though.
Oh,
Because we have
they
easier
easier.
agents on blue and yellow.
Well, then it needs to go on either. Well, we only have 2 blue cards and no yellows, so.
Probably on
St.
St.
Petersburg,
Petersburg, so I
probably.
can steal it from Payne.
Hey, here you go. Stamp it.
Ooh,
We're stamping
Wait,
your card.
which way's up?
no.
That way. There you go. Why'd you flip it over?
I
It's-
didn't flip it over.
Wow. Come on, stamp it.
Did we
What?
only have the 1 binoculars?
Stamp it.
I think we have another one somewhere.
Oh, no, there are 2 right here. I'm just a moron. They weren't stacked on each other, so I was confused.
Oh,
Alright.
really? Salty, that means you
I think-
could put that on Tehran as well.
I could, yeah.
Put it on
That's
the
actually a pretty good idea.
put it on the terrain.
Just to
Now,
get
I
one
do
extra hit.
still believe that these are going to come in more handy later.
The
But
binoculars?
we are, yeah. Because
I'm
I'm
not sure.
I'm betting money that either November or December we're gonna get a search that's gonna be like the most balls outrageous search we've ever seen, and it's gonna be like, man, I wish we had all those binoculars.
Yeah, we could save one.
That said, I mean, we could still draw them as long as they're
Right.
not at the bottom of the deck.
Are we thinking? So I guess we'll start here.
That makes
Wow, it
sense
got
to me.
super dark outside all of a sudden.
Oh,
Lost
what is it? Nighttime?
Like
connection from host.
It's always
I
nighttime.
mean- that's what I'm concerned about. Is that there probably is power out in the neighborhood that. I'm seeing lights a ways away, but I'm not seeing the trees. Any lights in the trees anymore.
I took it.
Yeah. Payne came over there and ate the light.
Yes, I am the consumer of lights.
He likes charge.
I like.
thought- He thought they were cheese.
I'm elect man.
Oh shit.
All right.
If you could be any Mega Man boss, which one do you be?
Frost Walrus.
That would be Gutsman's ass.
Guts man.
That's man's ass.
Specifically.
Just that part.
Oh, that's it.
Are there any of them that juggle swords?
Well, there's Swordman, but he just is a sword.
Yeah, he just has a sword hand.
Closest to juggling probably might be Clown Man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, there's always Cut Man, but it's not really
Yeah.
swords.
Yeah, but
Clown Man, but with swords.
Clown Man just reminds me how much I like Final
Oh.
Fantasy, Mega Man 8.
I know.
Mega Man 8.
Yeah,
Mega Man 8 is
Mega Man 8 is
amazing. It's the best.
I will say
Also,
I did
If I
play.
had to pick one to be, I would be the most annoying one possible. What was it?
Tinkerman.
We already said Clown Man.
No, the one from
See
Sex
you
7.
in my dreams.
Oh, the fire.
Flame
Yeah.
Oh no.
It just-
I think that makes the most sense.
do you like
I would
your
be
ears
double.
bleeding? Well,
I would-
Oh, that's not good.
What happened?
Oh.
oh,
Okay, I have
Well,
a
we got
grenade belt.
Sydney out.
Well, we have Sydney out, which is good, but yeah,
But
he's
it
got a
wasn't
grenade belt, so
quarantined first.
he can deal with it. It'll be fine.
I got a grenade belt, so I'm gonna have to give up a red card for that, but I can do it. Now I'm gonna have
Now
to get
you
that
have-
from Knight.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop that somehow, or give it to him.
Yeah. So I think what will probably make the most sense with that is
I'll
once
fly
that
Knight to
Sidious-
there, and he can do a search with it.
Well, yeah, I can either do the search with it, or I can just do the search with it at that point. Probably
Yep.
would be the most sense.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that.
Or-
um,
Doing the search with it is probably the best call, but you could also use it to drop a military base there.
Interesting.
just rebuild it out of the
Well,
ashes.
but doing a
Okay.
search with it is worth 3, so that's way better.
all right.
Uh.
Well, that's my turn creating chaos.
Iris.
Okay.
Iris!
I would pick double so that I could be thin. I could suddenly be very thin.
Which one's the one? What are we even fighting for?
All right.
No, this isn't happening.
Those are the forecasts.
That the same. That is the
There's
same.
no reason for me to go on.
Man, you know what's fun? Mega Man 8. It was like one of my first video
It's
games
the
I ever
best one.
played, and like I just remember starting it up, and I thought it was like a cartoon because it starts off with anime opening stuff, and it's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, man, this is cool. Except I sucked at video games, and so
It's gonna take me 2 turns to get set up there.
At least the grenade belt is not in action, though.
It's true, but I don't want to be standing on it without putting a quarantine on it.
Yeah. Where are you
So
at?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. So you can get.
Oh, okay.
You could potentially go Khartoum, San Francisco, Sydney is
Oh,
3, Quarantine Sydney
Right.
is 4, and then grenade belt to clear the faded
Wait.
off of it.
San Francisco doesn't go to Sydney.
Dude, if you go to Khartoum and
Oh,
go to
right,
San
it doesn't.
Francisco, that's 2. Then going to Millennium is 3, and then Sydney's 4. So you can get there in 1 turn, but that's not enough.
And I could use the grenade belt, but I wouldn't be able to keep myself protected in case we draw it.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to go. I think the smart play would be for me to go Atlanta, Chicago, and then
Why?
quarantine Chicago and Sydney.
you
And
quarantine
then
Sydney
if
with
it
that
doesn't
dude on
get
it.
hit, do what?
Oh, yeah.
You mean Los LA, or you can't?
No, you'd have to stop at Chicago because he can. He'd
because
be
I wanna
using
take
2
2
moves
No,
for quarantines.
no, just can you quarantine with a dude on it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
just can't
it
get
ju-
any more.
I couldn't
more.
remember.
That's cool.
I'm still looking at the hamburger of world hunger.
yeah.
The hamburger of oblivion.
I know what it needs. Anyone watching the YouTube videos of this stuff is just like, what the crap, man? What the heck is going on with this board?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best call for me right now. So we're gonna quarantine the one I'm in, and we're gonna quarantine Sydney. If we don't draw it, then I won't have to quarantine it next time, and just standing on it will protect me. If we do draw it, then, well, it'll have helped. That is unfortunately all of my turns,
That is unfortunate.
because I would also like to take St. Petersburg from Pain, but
So
Anyway,
if
alright.
you manage to take St. Petersburg from Pain, and if he does a Sydney search, that's 3. And then if you do a Sydney search with St. Petersburg, that'll be 5 more. That'll bring us up to 8. And then basically you just need to do 1 more Sydney search before we hit 3 quarantines. Or
it doesn't
3
have to be
epidemics.
a Sydney search either, right?
Well, I mean, if we hit 1, then you're going to need 2 searches or a Sydney search. But a
That's
Sydney
fair.
search will get it for you before, as long as we haven't had 3 epidemics.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. Do you want my cards? I can give you all my cards. Just remember,
He li-
I have to discard one of them.
All right, here
He
we
likes
go.
CODs.
You like
Oh,
quads?
I'm not happy about this, boys.
Should I activate my special ability called the
EOG?
Big Ouches?
EOG, before you flip those over,
Uh-huh.
if you stopped in Atlanta instead of Chicago and you took that card from D-Pain, he wouldn't have to discard any cards on his turn because he'll have an odd number.
Right.
He can also
well,
give during his turn, though.
Right. One of us,
Oh,
me or Pain, has to spend a
Yeah.
turn to do that.
okay. I forgot that he could. Yeah, I forgot that he could give.
I
them,
have
so-
the special ability called Stolen Research.
All right.
Yeah, we see it.
Woo!
Alright,
Oh.
these guys.
Hey,
Ho Chi Minh for the med kit.
Oh, the med kit. This is the one that Pain can use to save his own life.
huh?
Ha, ha, ha.
Why would I do that?
You discard this and 2 cards to save a scar, and you can take a scar to stop the infection.
What?
Magnus.
So we're gonna have
Lagos.
to swap that.
That's Lima.
I'm gonna end up having to go to Ho Chi Minh to throw that card to Pain.
That was it Lagos or Lima?
It was Lagos.
Okay.
All right, you got
Oh,
12.
right,
The
I put
12
it in
cards on
place.
top are all bad now.
I hope it's Potatoville. Bam!
San Francisco.
That could be worse.
That's a third
It's not,
Zambo.
it's not good.
What do we got here?
Lagos.
Yeah, outbreak.
Wow.
That's
Oh.
the bullshit.
No,
Wow.
it's Lagos.
Just bring this over here.
It could have been worse.
Dang it, Knight.
Yeah,
Go
that's-
clean up your piss.
I haven't had a chance to.
I don't even know where you are on the map. Oh, you went up.
Yeah, he cleaned up several of the bad things that were up there.
Who could have predicted
I
that
took-
Knight would piss on Lagos so hard?
I'm just trying to figure out why Knight hates South America and Africa so much that he's pissing on them.
Wow.
Wow.
More on CNN at 11.
I don't
Oh,
normally editorialize.
But I will today. Oh, wait, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, I activate my ability called Binox and say, hey, EOG, isn't this thing cool looking?
That is cool looking.
Like, I could see, well, oh my gosh, I can't see anymore. Hey, so that was one action.
Okay, so when I pulled that out of his hand and put it on the board, I looked at it and went, oh, the flag's up here, so that's the top side, and flipped it over so that he would put it on the right side. And then flipped it around and it got put on the right.
Welcome. You know what? I'll go here. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. If Knight won't clean up his own piss, I'll clean up it myself.
Good job.
All right, and with that,
Time to draw you some cards.
1, 2, 3. Whoa!
Nice!
Oh wow. I
Got
got
blue.
2 blue. How much do we need to cure, EOG? Oh, we need 1 more,
4.
right? 4. Oh, counting's hard. All right, let's find out. What do we got here? Ba-bing, bada boom, Karachi, and New York.
Oh, no.
Another
That's
No.
unfortunate.
Wow, of course it's hitting everywhere we really didn't want it to. This is how Pandemic is supposed to go. Thanks, I hate it.
Well, off to a great start so far.
I crowdfunded an event.
Salty's first turn and we've already had 2 outbreaks.
Okay.
Alright, Salty, fix it.
Oh, jeez. All right. I can't, but I can't use Knight as a mop yet.
I know, that sucks.
Great, I'm being used. What it used as a mop.
Hey, I got a point, or a thing. If you get me to, I didn't think about this, but if you put me on Sydney, I can grenade belt without it being my turn.
Oh my god. All right, so 2 actions. Pat goes to Sydney.
That is one of your
He's
possible
drunk.
options.
And then 2 actions. Knight goes. Wait, hang on. Let me look at Knight's card real quick. Yes. 2 actions. Knight goes to New York. Because he's grizzled, we don't have to worry about it. He'll be fine.
And then I grenade belt
That
to
seems
remove
like
that
the best
fighting.
option, right?
That I mean, that
Well,
looks
it's-
good to me.
Actually,
it's either you put me there or you put me in Sydney, and
Yeah,
I
so that you
searched
can do the
with
search.
Sydney.
that way Pat can do the search on his next
Oh,
turn,
right. And that only takes 1 action to move him to me.
which means I have 1 more action. But I can't clean up New York, but it's still in the discard for now. And Sao Paulo. So Sao Paulo is the only one that's actually a threat right now.
1, 2, 3.
And I can't get there.
I can get.
Well, and San
I
Francisco.
can. Well, we can't really do anything. I guess
Oh
what
wait,
I
no,
could
that's
do.
the discard too. Sao Paulo's the only bad.
What I could potentially do is search, go through. Oh, it's right. Goes through LA.
1, 2, 3. No, you wouldn't be able to.
No, I was trying to think if I could do some put a
A roadblock.
put roadblocks up for San Francisco.
Well, you could step up to Los Angeles and put a roadblock between it and San Francisco.
Can you get there by throwing your yellow card?
That's not going to help because that puts me
Johannesburg.
down
Oh,
here.
dang. Yep, not close enough.
Well, so with your last action, you could clear out the last one in Cairo that just got placed. If
Yeah, I mean, I
nothing
can.
else.
I don't. There's nothing
it's
better
not
to do.
necessarily. Yeah, it's not necessarily the ideal thing, but I'm not sure what else makes sense for you at the moment either.
Hang on. Okay, now. All right, yeah, I guess that's probably the best call. All right, here we go. Good luck
I made
to
Sydney.
everybody.
What was your last action?
I just cleaned up the one
Clean
cube
up
out of
Cairo.
Cairo.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, look, C4.
Awesome.
I can go blow up a military base.
That is possible.
Oh, we didn't move this up from the epidemic, did we?
I did not. So it should just.
It's only one.
Not a-
It's
No,
on
we had
the
outbreak.
epidemic.
Oh,
though.
right. Not outbreaks. Got it. All right, here we go. Hup, yep, Essen. Hup, yep, Beijing.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Did Essen have 2 before?
Yeah, it only had 2.
I thought I had 1.
New York is the one that had 3. Essen had 2.
Huh. For some
Dang.
reason, I thought I had 1. Like, I literally drew
All
the
right.
card, looked down, and went, okay, it's only got 1, that's fine. And then looked down again and it had 3, and I was like, wait, what?
They're spreading the
They
gravity.
were stacked. All right. We're gonna search.
That's
That goes
3.
up 1, 2, 3.
Uh-huh.
Lovely.
I don't have any other cards that I can discard with
So
that.
Nope. It's on
It-
me now.
So if you can do... It takes an action to swap for the Sydney card?
Yeah.
So if you
As an action.
swap for Sydney, search with it and the binoculars, swap for Sydney, search with it, then we've found him. That's it.
Yep.
Done.
That is true.
Okay, so then
I would be putting the med kit in discard, but
It
I can
sucks,
try to
but
get it again later.
It'd be
and give
just
it to
done
Payne.
with that now and we can move on, you know?
I just really like the idea that Payne can drop 3 cards and just stop an infection.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
that's 2. I know I need to move this direction. I'm just not sure what makes the most sense here.
New York and Sao Paulo both need attention, but D-Pain can handle Sao Paulo. He's already right the fuck there.
Who?
And
I
Essen.
can't get. I
I know.
can't get
You can't get
close
to either of them on your
of
turn.
those.
How many
on.
actions do you have?
Unless I use
2.
Montreal to get up there instead of move to LA.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you could do
worried
that.
About San Francisco. Is that
Hang on. So,
okay? It's already in here.
yeah, San Francisco's in there, New York's in there, and Lagos is in there. So Sao Paulo and Essen are the... Oh, no, wait, and Essen's in there too. Sao Paulo's the only one that could go off before our next epidemic draw. But after our next epidemic draw, all of them could go off.
I can get to use Johannesburg to get where I can to Buenos Aires so I can clear Sao Paulo, but then that leaves New York and Essen
But I'm already in.
both at risk
I'm-
on the next epidemic.
Where's Milan? Here? On my turn, I can fly you to Milan.
Mulan.
So I guess does it make sense to use the Johannesburg card to go there or Montreal card to go up to New York?
I think both blue and yellow have easier agents, so I'm not super worried about it. And we only have 1 yellow card, so it's not like we're like fucking everything up. I would just use that to deal with Sao Paulo since it's the only one that can go off now. And then on my turn, I can fly you to Milan so that you can deal with Essen and New York on your next turn.
Yellow card, yellow card.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna do Johannesburg 2, 3, Sao Paulo, cleared up.
Yep.
How you doing, X?
Chicago! It's an airstrike.
Remove.
It's
Remove one
also
faded figure
from
no
any
Zambo
city.
on.
Quarantined.
Oh, no Zambo on Chicago.
It also has the airstrike on it.
That
So we
is
have
nice.
enough. We have enough blue in play if we can
So
get him to
hang
one
on.
hand. If we can
So just hold on to that. Don't do anything with it yet. But if we draw San Francisco,
Yeah,
you can
for
just
sure.
be like, nope, boom,
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Shanghai. Cairo.
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 Put that back where you
Right.
took it off. I mean, so far I'm fine. Power's still here. I can't see anything out the window anymore.
Nice.
Hey, acting like
so
he has
I can't
windows.
tell if the I can't tell if how bad the trees are blowing right now. The power hasn't flickered at all in a while though.
All right. So I'm gonna discard Bangkok to grab Sydney,
One.
and then I'm going to use Sydney in a search alongside the binoculars.
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
Now you just need 2 more.
That was 2 of my turns.
Yep.
Now, because Knight has Chicago and can save San Francisco, I feel okay using the rest of my turns to make this done.
Hell yeah, do it.
Oh,
Let's do it.
So I'm going to discard Ho Chi Minh to grab Sydney and then use it for a search.
Boom!
3.
We found the dude.
Hi.
All right, what do we do when we found the dude?
That's what he sounds like too.
Hey.
It doesn't say on the card.
We never expected
if
you to get this
succeed,
far.
destroy this objective at the end of the game. Well, that's done.
Are we sure we didn't draw? Because for everybody else, it was like, here's a card that when you found him, you get to scratch the card off or something. Because as soon as
Yeah,
we found the people,
Right here,
before we did it,
patient
we
zero.
got
Scratch
three
off this card when you
There
find
it
patient
is.
zero.
Oh yeah, he just dropped it over here.
Oh, right.
Can't blame your net on
For
that.
some reason, I saw the scratch off area and thought it was our win bonus card and
All
wasn't
right,
really thinking about it.
it burns in my brain. I can see everything. I can still see it. They came out of the darkness and they grabbed me and we went away somewhere. The feeling is amazing. And there were soldiers and you have to talk to the soldier. He was there. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. You don't have the DNA of Coda.
Yeah, I did see it hit cast
Also,
4.
for Itchy
so
Tasty.
we have all the things. Open package 7. Open when you have
Woohoo!
everything the immunologist needs.
Yes.
We did it.
Yay! Heroin.
All
Man, there's a lot
right.
of shit in package 7.
All right,
Oh,
what's
God.
this?
You see this? Vaccine factories and vaccines.
What?
So we have an immunologist card.
Remove all faded figures
remove-
from your city when doing the vaccinate action. Once per turn, you take the vaccinate action to affect an
It's-
adjacent city.
it's
So
nice.
it's you, but for vaccines.
It's Knight, but for
Interesting.
vaccines.
Name him.
Spending
Oh,
1 dose per
guys.
figure.
We have new action cards.
Oh.
And a new objective. 2 new objectives. 3 new objectives. Oh, what the heck is this thing? This has got
Pick
numbers
up
on it.
doses. All right, so we've got take as many vaccine doses as you like from the vaccine factory in your city and place them on your character card. Spend a dose from your character card to remove 1 faded figure from your city, or spend a dose from your character card to put a vaccinated sticker on your city if there are no faded figures present.
Holy
You must
shit.
spend 1
Oh.
additional action to vaccinate for each military base in the affected city's region.
Oh, interesting.
The military's gonna stop us from vaccinating.
Sweet. Well, now it's time to read shit. What is that?
Okay.
Have 3 vaccine
Objective.
factories on the board. Nice. And vaccinate 6 faded cities.
Okay.
We already
So we
finished
have
that one.
another-
I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
got
so
the,
this is
there you go, Knight.
so this one counts towards our current game.
Right.
Yep.
So we need 2 more. We need the cure and 1 more beyond that. So now we have. So vaccine is working at long. Did we read this card?
No.
No.
So vaccinate 3 the have 3 vaccine factories on the board is not a go away, but the vaccinate 6 faded cities says it goes away after you complete it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, tear up the quarantine 7 faded cities. Wait, what?
This one.
So we can't. This is not something we have to do anymore. We're not here to quarantine. We're here to cure.
We're here to vaccinate.
Oh, right. I get it now. I thought it was the vaccinate, not the quarantine card. Wait a minute.
Tear it up.
You're right.
I thought that's the one we just got.
All of my character's greatness for the faded just disappeared, but my greatness at saving us from outbreaks is still here.
Yep. At long
Let's
last,
see.
and at the expense of many lives, you've developed a formula to prevent the spread of coda. The time for quarantines and half measures is over. It's time for you to manufacture and deliver this vaccine before it's too late.
Let's get
Hell yeah.
vouchinated.
We learned our lesson. We can't call it a vaccine. We have to just call it something else. Otherwise, people will go and
We're gonna call it the
intentionally-
yummy cheese sandwich.
intentionally get bit by the zombies.
Let's
Now, we need
Jeez.
Yuffiknocht.
On it. Wait,
All right.
that's not O.
Oh.
Packet Y.
Oh.
Vaccine factories cannot be built in Vaccine factories cannot be built in rioting, collapsing, or fallen cities and are destroyed when cities riot. Vaccine factories create a vaccine each turn. They also enable shuttle flight actions between vaccine factories or between vaccine factories and research centers.
Cool. I'm very pleased with this.
Uh-oh.
That was
Whoa.
on Kyra.
T went into N.
All right, so that's rules Y.
Aha!
You saved it. All right, next is F.
Oh.
Yep.
All right,
34.
what's I've got?
Rules F. Players may use the shuttle flight action only to fly between vaccine factories or between vaccine factories and research stations. All right, I'll just drop that
So
there.
much stuff.
Number Q.
12.
From Star Trek?
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, you're putting stuff in there.
After-
I got it.
After drawing cards, but before the
There's power
infection
flicker.
step, put one vaccine dose next to every vaccine factory on the board. If the supply of vaccine doses runs out, the players may decide which factories get the doses.
Cool.
Okay.
Next
I
is N.
think-
Pick up doses.
Oh, I did not
Take
get
as
that.
many doses as you like from a factory in your city and place them on your character card.
Okay.
Next is O.
O'Reilly.
Spend a vaccine dose from your character card to remove one faded figure from your current city, or put a vaccinated city sticker on your current city if there are no faded figures there. You may vaccinate cities that are not faded to prevent the faded from appearing there.
Ooh.
Zodiac interferes. You must spend one additional action to vaccinate for each military base in the region of the city you are vaccinating.
Hey, it says that we put stickers on the city. You know what? I'll wait because there are more rules.
Now we need 4. Where's 4?
I think
we don't
I
have
pulled.
4 yet.
I think I pulled it out. Did I not?
It's not up here.
1 second.
Because I'm sitting here going, does that mean faded figures aren't going to appear on them anymore? And that's probably in one of these other packages.
Right, yeah, we're gonna get there. We got a lot of rules. 4. Vaccinated city markers. There you go.
Yes.
Just put this next to our vaccinated, or our
And then
city
T.
mark. Yeah, T is next. Shoot. Faded figures are never placed into vaccinated cities. Cubes from other diseases are placed normally.
Yeah, we're gonna see red cubes again.
Well, no. I think if we vaccinate it, just nothing appears there, it looks like.
Cubes from other diseases are placed normally.
Because we don't have red cubes anymore, do we? If you reveal a vaccinated city, do not place any faded figures. This card still counts as one of the 9 cities you must infect. Oh, shit. 34. Here we go. We got stuff. Oh, more scars. We got new scars. You may not take the sabotage action. You cannot build vaccine factories or enter a city with a vaccine factory, and you cannot do the vaccinate action.
Hopeless.
Those aren't great.
You can't deal with the vaccines at all. You're hopeless.
I want that one. I don't want to actually help.
All right. And next we got 12, which is starting vaccine markers.
Yeah.
Wait. But we already have vaccine factories and vaccine and whatever. I don't know.
Do we
Learn.
not have starting? That's starting.
11. Aerosol unit. Discard when vaccinating. Use 1 dose of vaccine to remove all faded figures in the city and
Oh,
vaccinated
that's
city.
huge.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Another aerosol unit and another aerosol unit.
Yo, that's big.
And then 32 is bioreactor. Discard this card at any time to produce 3 vaccine doses at any vaccine facility. 3 times.
That's
Three of
so
those.
cool. I like this.
That's everything we've got. So what was the question you had? Because I don't think it was answered.
Well, it was answered. My question was, do we not put faded tokens on vaccinated cities anymore? And the answer is we don't.
No, so I don't think we put anything on them. Well,
I think we do. I think we put other diseases on them.
well, no. Like, it's not like you could vaccinate Sao Paulo and remove yellow. But it said if you would place a faded token and the city's vaccinated, do not place it. That's all it said. It didn't say place red there or place blue there or like. So anything that's been turned into a faded city, if we vaccinate it, shouldn't do anything.
Well, it says cubes from other diseases are placed normally. So if it's a faded city like the blue one, the ones that it expanded into, I think we would place the blue there normally after it's vaccinated.
Where do we see this at?
We have faded figures are never placed into vaccinated cities.
Okay, so I don't know. I just you're probably right. I don't know. I just read that to mean like you can't vaccinate a city that was never a faded city to prevent it from getting cubes. You know. All right.
It's page 12, bottom row, fourth from the left. Is rules T.
Right.
Faded figures never placed in vaccinated cities. Cubes from other diseases are placed normally.
Yeah, I just looked Board Game Geek.
There was another thing that said something about that too.
What?
Something else we drew that said if other cities still count as the cities you need to place diseases on or whatever.
Yeah, so that's part of the setup rules. So page 7, top second page from the left, or right rather. So if you reveal a vaccinated city as one of the ones that you're on the initial infection, you don't place any faded figures. This card still counts as one of the 9 cities you must infect. So basically,
okay, when I first
it's
saw
a free
that,
card.
Right, when I first saw that, I thought that meant put normal cubes on it, but now I'm thinking that sounds a lot more like what Salty's saying, because it sounds like free card.
I just looked up.
I think that one specifically is free card.
I just looked up a ruling on Board Game Geek, and they said if somehow you still have a coda-colored city that has not turned faded yet, it will get a faded thing as normal. Or whatever. Nobody cares about that. But then it says when a non-faded city is vaccinated, it still gets disease cubes as normal. When a faded city of any color is vaccinated, it never adds any faded or disease cubes.
That's so good! We need to let more cities get faded.
No. What we just need to quarantine these 3, and we need to quarantine Kolkata and Chennai. Then it can never leave, and then we can just vaccine as we go. You know?
Oh, guys, we're vaccinating everything. You know, maybe we hold off on winning the game until we vaccinate everything.
Oh, we're gonna vaccinate everything. I ain't worried about that. We doing it, boys.
This is when we find out that the next game, any vaccinated cities like get a more powerful version.
That would be so funny.
What I'm trying to, the only thing I'm not sure on, because do those vaccines go into the following game?
Well, there are factories and there are factory markers.
It said
so
vaccine stickers. When you vaccinate a city, you put a vaccine sticker on the city.
Yeah, which is those. So I guess that stays.
Stickers
I guess these are actually stickers.
You know why I think it stays between them is because the vaccinate 6 cities is destroyed.
Destroyed after we get 6. Have 3 vaccine factories on the board. Sabotage 2 military bases.
This is awesome. This is great.
All right, so immunologist is an interesting one.
So this is okay.
I like it.
Okay, cool. So the starting vaccine markers are for factories, not for vaccines. That's why I was confused.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
So now we can make 4 vaccine factories.
Now
how do we get them to stay starting?
Same as the other starting
upgrades.
I just didn't see that one pop up.
I wasn't paying attention to it either.
It's just following the same rules as every other building. We're gonna have to discard the
Yeah.
card of the city to build it, and then at the end of the game, we're gonna have to pick it as a starting reward.
Hello. I'm every other building.
Also, I have to get this out of my head because it just
on the
keeps
vaccines.
just sticking in there. I saw that. I know Knight and X were talking about the hurricane going up to Cat 4, but my brain's just like, it's okay. I have a Cat 6 cable.
Yes. Hey, I just glanced over at Payne's hand and
Hey, stop that.
no, I'm looking at your hand. And he has stem cells.
Yeah.
So we were talking about getting enough blue cards.
Hey.
Payne has 3.
Yeah, Payne has 3 blue cards, and he only needs 1 more, right?
Yeah.
Let's hope
I'm
I
just
get
saying.
lucky because then I can discard them all and just be like, whoop-de-poop-de, let's
Jeez.
do this.
So we need to do what we always do
Cheat?
and
Yes.
cure the diseases and all that. But we need to we need to like super vaccinate everything.
Yes. You know what's
Also,
fun
here's-
is you can grenade belt and then vaccinate to save a dose.
That
I could save this
also,
person, but I don't have the turn economy for it.
also, we can I'm trying to think here. So if we were to discover cures to normal diseases, right? And like eradicate all 3 diseases, so that's done. We still don't win until we get a 3rd thing complete. So we could like blow up 1 military base
Right.
and then vaccinate 5 cities.
Right. So that was my whole turn. And I just realized I didn't forecast, but that's my forecast.
Okay, nothing bad happened.
Sao Paulo would have been bad, but we're good.
Would have been bad. All right. So Sao Paulo and Paris.
Battery.
Han.
I already did it.
And yeah, based on
Yeah,
the
this should
shading
go
of
away
the next
now.
card, I'm scared.
I've been stacking on that.
All right, Payne, it's your turn.
Hooray! Oh, do we not need these anymore? All of this shit over here that we've been piling up until we got all of the things we needed?
Might as well just hold on to it. And it's like,
Which things?
All of this shit
Just
over in the
turns-
left
Oh.
corner here.
I mean, technically, I
All
don't
of the
think we
stuff
need it
that's
anymore,
been building
but,
up to us opening package 7.
but it's fun to still leave it there.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're sure there's nothing left in any of these ones that.
You know, it'd be great.
Why did it?
Is so we've opened every box except box 8. Look at us.
do
at
we
us
gotta
go.
look this up like we did for Pandemic?
Box 8
Or
is
not
No,
Pandemic,
box-
for
lose 4
Legacy,
games.
for Betrayal?
No, it says open if you lose 4 games in a row.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
Never.
I think that's the pity box.
That's
It's
gonna
like,
be it's gonna
okay.
be like you can now destroy 3 cities entirely or some
You
shit.
open up box 8 and it's like you just woke up from an awful dream where you lost 4 games in a row.
You know, open it up and it's like we've sent Task Force Valkyrie to help you.
Oh.
This game is not. It does not seem to be suitable
We-
for you. Try returning it to
we
the
seriously-
place you bought it.
We seriously can't increase your funding anymore, so we've sent like SEAL Team 6 to help with whatever you need.
Included is a cup and ball. Perhaps you'll have more luck with this.
Is that what I want to actually do here? I guess I could just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Man, I saw someone get absolutely destroyed online, and it was real nice to see.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying, we
Uh,
better hope this is blue, because
Ooh,
otherwise I
baby.
gotta get rid of something here. Should I? I'm wondering if I should give this to EOG at the start, and then just so that way, I
right.
have an odd number.
Right, because since this is an epidemic, he's gonna have an even hand.
Which, if that's the case, I need to bring back 1 cartoons yellow.
Oh yeah,
It'll be safe. I think that's just. You know what?
Yeah.
We just have to wait one more turn to get rid of blue. We should be fine. Alright, let's see. Well, let's find out. Alright.
Alright, so good call.
And
But surprised that one actually just says hello.
take that.
Fucking got him.
Oh my gosh, who could have saw that coming?
Oh, I just noticed that I took EOG to Buenos Aires instead.
It was fun.
All right.
I'm wondering.
Are we gonna vaccinate Sydney? Just to get rid of Ground Zero.
Oh, Chi-Man! Oh,
we gotta
that's
get-
bad.
Why is that
Where?
bad?
Only 2.
Because it already had one.
Oh, yeah. I think it's
Does it
3.
go up?
Because
Wait,
it gets,
how did-
Does it?
It can't outbreak because of that.
draw the bottom card from the infection deck and put 3 cubes of that city discard, is what the infect says.
Where does it? Hang on. Infections. To infect the place when. Wait, where's the outbreak? No, not outbreaks. We're looking at epidemics. The fucker. Epidemics.
There are too many rules.
Yeah.
Number is
Epidemic cards.
Right.
Draw the bottom card of the infection desk unless its disease card has been eradicated. Put 3
Okay,
disease cubes
Enough
on that
to-
color.
Okay.
If the city already has cubes, do not add 3 cubes to it. Instead, add enough that it has 3 cubes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hey, we don't have to use the Chicago card for it to save it.
I was like, there's no fucking
There's
way.
no way.
that-
That's so mean.
So this
I already
goes-
moved it.
Oh,
Demic
okay.
wouldn't do that to us.
Right, okay, fair. But
Okay.
Should I shoot myself?
no, not yet.
I wanna.
We're still only drawing 2 cards, Payne. It's not that bad.
Oh,
But we do have 2 blue cards that are pretty dangerous. Not that they're worth a scar.
does
mind you.
it say? Does it say it has to be before? What is it? Self-sacrifice at any time. Where's the self-sacrifice rules? Just can we see and then I just like shoot myself? Or does it have to
self-sacrifice
be before?
on your action
Under
card
action,
B?
but-
There. Add a scar to your character to skip the infect step this turn. If you have no room for the scar, your character is lost.
Okay.
So if it's
And-
really bad, I guess technically.
So Salty, that is an action, and it says this turn, but his says he's got the hero. You may do it at any time. It does not require an action.
Yeah.
So
So
any
you could
time.
skip-
So
So yeah, you
But
can
that would
skip it in the
be-
middle of the infect step.
Yeah.
if you
So
want
if we
would it back it up?
yeah,
to.
because
I would assume so. Yeah.
Presumably.
yeah,
That's pretty dope. That's really cool.
This- let's do
I
it.
don't
Well,
think.
shall we see?
So I
I
guess
don't Shall we
we
see how
look.
bad this
there's,
is?
there's no reason not to look
Yeah.
if he can do it at any time.
Cairo
Cairo.
is
Fine.
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 Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo,
I'm pulling the
yeah!
trigger. I'm pulling the trigger. Send him
Ah!
over.
All right, got it.
I demand to be the hero.
We
You
gotta get
will
you a
be the
med kit.
hero.
I need a
G-Man, we know-
hero.
T-Pain, you're gonna be the hero. Just calm down.
We gotta get you a med kit so that you can be a hero and not take a scar.
All right.
I need it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Need a man. I better be
My
careful
turn.
where I aim this gun because I would get kicked off Twitch.
My turn.
Yep.
I
yeah.
so.
So
Alright,
Like,
you
wow,
could.
how did Payne make that
Yep,
sound? It was
you're
probably opening a chip bag violently twice.
I farted.
Mate.
Wow.
You
Oh, were you
could
saying
pull
something?
me and take Cairo.
What? Take Cairo. How would I do that? Oh.
Cairo from my hand.
You dog.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
That would get us 3 of 5 on for the.
All
For
right,
black.
I got. Here's what I want to do. I want to fly you to Milan, like
The
I said
moon?
I was going to, so you can deal with Essex and New York. And I want to then fly me to Manila and use my Manila card to build a vaccine factory there.
Ooh. Okay.
And is that a good idea?
I don't hate that because we need to start getting vaccine doses. We need to have
But
the
here's the
thing
problem. The
somewhere.
only problem with this is I'm not protected there. And it'll take 2 turns for you to be able to quarantine it. You know?
How often do they get vaccine doses?
Every turn.
So if we do drop a faded figure there, I just have to step there, take a dose, and use it.
That would take 3 actions.
Yep. That's true.
All right.
But it was.
Is that what we want to do?
We need to start getting doses.
Microdosing, baby.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay, vaccine factory now on Manila.
Yes.
And then because I still have 1 action left, and I don't really care what I do with it, I could go down to Sydney and build the vaccine factory there, or I can move Knight up to Essen. That way, on his turn, he can actually reach it and New York.
That's pretty good. Hey, I just want to point out that there were 3 military bases in red. It would have taken 4 vaccine doses or 4 actions to do a vaccine dose or something, whatever it was.
Right.
But when we decided to sabotage bases, we were like, get them the fuck out of red.
We've got 2
Well,
here.
it is
2
in the
this-
region too. Oh yeah, I guess
Great.
it is both in the
Yeah,
same region too.
Fully.
We've got 2 in this region, 1 here,
Oh, this
1
was the
here,
other
and 1
region.
here. But we don't have any in the 2 red regions. Like,
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to vaccinate San Francisco until we sabotage a few bases up there.
we'll blow that shit up. The leaf. Sorry. So, Knight, is that a good idea, you think? Or is there someone else you would rather be moved to? Or
I would love for him to clear up some of those 3 cubes.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
I think
Knight.
that should be fine.
If something terrible happens, I got you.
Well, I also have Grizzled, so even if it outbreaks, it's.
I didn't hear
it's
any
not
of
gonna
that.
Scar.
I'm collecting something. Dang it!
All right. So that means I'm gonna move this to Atlantis because it'll be easier. So end of
Vaccines in
turn,
Atlantis.
Manila gets a vaccine, and I draw 2 cards.
I hope they're potatoes.
Wow,
Nice.
both yellow?
Puss.
Well, I can fly to yellow now. And Karachi and Paris.
Battery.
All right, Karachi has a
Okay,
3rd
alright,
one
cool.
now, but that's still fine.
All right, so let's see. There's 1.
Hey guys, I finally did something besides move you guys around.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I built a vaccine factory.
Honestly, it's really great that we need to build buildings again because you've got that like pilot thing.
Yep.
3.
It's really good for that.
You got a vaccine in me.
That means that we can fly between this and the white buildings now.
Oh shit! Yes. Then you need to also put one in like Buenos Aires.
Sure, why not?
Probably. I'm not sure.
Anything I have a card for, I can fly to and put a building in 2 turns. In 2 actions, I mean.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
A poppable hit.
Good
So,
job, Knight.
Because Ho Chi Minh is in the draw pile, it's gonna take a lot of vaccines, but it would be really good to vaccinate it.
Or, get this, Pat. Are you ready for this? I don't think
No.
you are.
Get the aerosol
You
spray.
go to a research station. You put aerosol spray on one of your cards. You come back and grab the vaccine, and then you just fully fuck Ho Chi. Just no faded. It's vaccinated. Done.
Interesting.
And
It's not a bad plan.
you can pull those cards back. So then you can pull the card back, grab another one, and go to San Francisco. Like,
Yeah. What is the penalty on? You must spend 1 additional action. Yeah, to do it in San Francisco would take me 3 actions to use 1 vaccine.
right. So you would want to be like in Tokyo and go, step in spray.
Step in and
You know, like-
spray.
You know, like you do when you go into the bathroom after somebody else uses it.
Yeah, like there's a
Step
bug.
in spray. Step in
You
spray.
think there's a bug and you have some raid and you're not sure, so you're just like step in and spray and then walk away.
A middle schooler that's using Axe body
Oh,
spray
no
for the
grenade
first time.
Well, there's 3 of 4 blue cards in my hand that to cure if we needed to.
Yep.
I'm planning on working with EOG Lagos. I'm working with EOG to vaccinate like as many of these cities as we can before we finish the game. But I will bounce around to help you guys as done.
Don't
as
worry,
needed.
I'll just
Well, we gotta
instant
get
transmission
you to
up tonight with the
Oh, hell
Essen,
yeah.
and then just throw Alana in your face, and then it gets cured.
It's
You know,
about
if
it's about time that you revealed your true power.
So here's what we do: eradicate blue and black, and then just stand in Lagos so you can cure everything that the key can go to. For
And we
at range,
vaccinate every
while
single
we
city.
vaccinate every red city until we are almost out of cards, and then go, oh, we cured it.
And then we can say hello.
I mean, getting both
rainbow.
blue and black cleared would definitely be good.
Yeah, it's about time we
For that,
cleared Knight's
for that
piss.
effort.
Okay, so my turn. What should I do here? 1, 2.
Well, you could
we need-
ranged quarantine San Francisco while stepping up to Manila and grabbing that vaccine and using it so Manila is permanently vaccinated.
That's not bad. I can also forecast.
Ho Chi Minh City, that's an outbreak.
So I gotta quarantine it.
Or it is my time.
There are a lot. No. There are a lot
You don't actually have to discard your hand unless you got a med kit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember discarding my hand for something, and I didn't know what it was.
If you have the med kit, then you can discard it and 2 other cards to not take a scar. So that's how you can be a hero without fucking yourself up.
Where's the fun in that? Pop open the Jack Daniels. I just realized my screen is crooked.
So we need to deal
That's
with
normal.
Shanghai, Ho Chi Minh City, and San Francisco. They're all real bad.
So I could step onto Manila, take 1 vaccine dose, use
take
it on
both.
Manila.
In
I
one
could-
action, you can take as many vaccines as you want. So
Well, I want to leave enough that you
There'll be
could
more by my
scoop
turn.
up a bunch and then like knock out Ho Chi Minh or something.
I would need 4 for that, and it would take
Right.
me 4 actions.
No, it doesn't. That's it.
No, it's 1 action for the faded. It's only extra actions if there's military bases.
No, but he may be right.
But it does take the.
Spend a
But it does
dose
take
of
the-
your card to remove one
One
faded
figure.
figure from your city. That's
Oh,
one
right,
action.
it's the immunologist. It's the immunologist
Yeah.
that does
Yeah.
Can't blame
Yeah,
the internet for your
okay,
lack
so-
of reading, Florida
So I'm
boy.
wrong on that front. That's okay. So I might as well take 2 then, just so I don't have to take another action, and
Yep,
then
yep.
range quarantine Ho Chi Minh.
Yep.
That seems right. Are there any other ranged quarantines that are more pressing? I mean,
I mean,
I
then
have
the
to
one that's
quarantine
about
Ho
to
Chi Minh.
go? No. Wait, hang on. Okay, that's great.
all right.
We need the city we're standing on to be safe. Like,
Yeah.
that's so.
Well, I don't
grabbing a
have to use-
vaccine.
I could use a vaccine if I desperately need another action. I could just quarantine the city and sit on it.
Right, but it would take you 1 action to drop a quarantine. It'll take you 1 action to drop a vaccine, and then sitting on it doesn't matter anymore.
Right. What I'm saying is, it takes 1 action to pick up the vaccine and 1 to use it. So if I desperately needed another action,
Oh, I got you. I got
So,
you. No,
I'm
I
gonna
was looking at
grab-
like if you step, quarantine, and then stepped out, that would be all 4. So you wouldn't be able to range. That's why I was like, oh, that's not good.
I'm taking two vaccine doses, and then I'm going to use 1 on Manila.
All right. How are we handling stickering cities?
I have the sticker or decal already made. I just have to sneak
Oh,
it in.
I got it right there. Boom!
And
Wait.
then
I took it away
That-
from him.
Now we want the. I would like for the
Did I
sticker
put
to
the,
show.
I put the sticker
put
on
it on.
EOG's.
awesome.
I'm the
Okay,
vaccine.
now,
I'm the
I have
vaccine
a
man.
request.
Wait.
for
We
you.
should leave. We should leave the faded mark on it.
That's
'cause
what I was
it
about
is
to say.
different.
I have a request for you, and that is, can you make a sticker that's the orange one on top of a slightly bigger green one? Yeah, that'll work too.
Not without doing some image editing to layer them. Just because the way that-
it is different.
The way that Tabletop Sim does it, I can't put
Yeah, I
a
know.
decal on top
Well, that's
of a
why I figured
decal,
you would have to make one sticker that was like the whole thing. But yeah.
but I'd have to actually edit the.
Well, maybe we'll do it later.
Do
For
the
now,
little-
this works. What do you think?
So-
EOG?
It's,
the
oh
both
yeah,
of 'em.
it's fine. Okay, I'm concerned.
Why? Oh.
There's just a lot like close.
All right,
with
hang on.
faded
So
figures
you
right
took
now.
a step, took things. Okay, yeah, that's 4 actions. Okay.
All right, here we go.
London and Istanbul.
I'm at 4 black cards because this is stem cells. So if
you
I
could-
got one more,
Oh, right, yeah.
HOG has a black card.
and then Ho Chi Minh, so it loses its quarantine, and Beijing, which is now at
Beijing
3.
gets 3. And there's so many.
And they're next to each other. That's really
Yeah.
dangerous.
This is my time.
No. Not yet.
Honestly, if we see Shanghai, maybe.
All
I don't
right.
know.
Let's.
Well, we don't have to worry about it coming in the player deck because that won't matter.
And
It's
you have
not until the next
Chicago.
epidemic that's the issue.
Is Chicago a
Chicago,
green
that's
card
nice.
now, or what is it? Is it still
Oh
blue?
yeah,
It's
it's
still a blue card,
but it's a bad city.
but I
But
do.
if we draw any fated city that has 3 on it, he can just discard Chicago to say no.
To airstrike it.
Yep.
Trust me, Payne. Nobody wants you to have to hurt yourself more than me.
Oh
We're
no.
just finding the right time for it.
Right. We want it to actually be worthwhile.
Alright, well, I want to go on a flight to Essen. Whoop. And then I'm gonna do 2. And then I'll be like, yo, wherever Knight's cards are. Look at that.
So now he's got 4 blues, so he
So
could
that
cure blue.
includes Chicago.
It would get rid of Chicago.
We want him to have Chicago. Now, technically, on my turn, I could fly me and Knight to Milan and give him Milan, and then he would have 4.
And then
Well, he also doesn't have to. We could wait until we see what 2 cards pop, and then he could cure it.
Well, it's
Um,
the cure is not going to do anything there. It's only if I'm going to get moved through the blue, then I need to drop the cure.
Right,
I
but you can
know.
do it anytime.
Exactly.
I don't want you to lose Chicago because it's a safe right now. Like I was saying, on my turn, my turn's coming
Yeah.
next. I could fly both of us to Milan, give you Milan, and then fly back to Manila just by flying to EOG. And
Right.
it would be my whole turn, but it would be now you can cure it without losing Chicago.
On the other hand, you could be spending your turn getting an air spray.
I know.
Oh, by the way, my turn ended. Does that mean that's when we get another vaccine on Manila?
yeah,
Yes. And then when Knights, we'll get another one.
D-Pain.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Hello.
You know who you are.
Sometimes.
Alright, so that was 3 actions? Payne?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go.
I like your hat, Payne.
Thank you. Go to New York. What's the worst that could happen? New York! I can be loud because there's no people in this apartment.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I was like, they're the same card. Taipei. And Khartoum.
That's what's peeking through. The friend got smaller. When
What?
you had the card sitting, when you put your cards out,
Uh-oh.
one of them was resting on the little guy.
Oh,
All right, EOG, I got you. There, now you're
New York
safe.
And
San Fran.
That's
That's an
a bad one.
outbreak.
That's when
So-
we use Chicago.
Yeah,
Oops, it didn't outbreak. It's fine.
he does need another blue card, but it served its purpose.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
Now, if we draw Shanghai, then I'm sorry, Payne.
All right, so here's
You just said you wanted me to hurt myself.
I'm sorry for you, not for me.
I'm not sorry at all. I'm glad I took it. I can finally do something except be a whatever it is, a Dropbox.
He can be a hero, babe.
Question though,
We
is
definitely are going to need the binoculars again on this game, at least.
Yeah, probably not. That I
Yeet.
can probably just leave there. I'm just pulling the cards out that we might
Yeah.
potentially want to swap for to keep track of.
okay.
Yes, it's very much like Hoops All Crunch Berries.
I don't know what to do because I'm now scared because we only have 10 cards in the discard and I'm about to draw an epidemic.
Are you?
Right.
So, can we
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun,
do
and I'll shoot
anything
it.
about
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Karachi?
Huh?
I'm just looking at potential the biggest problem spots.
San Francisco, Beijing,
Beijing's a problem. Ho Chi
Ho
Minh's a
Chi
problem.
Minh, Shanghai,
Shanghai's a problem.
Lagos is fine, Karachi.
This is
Karachi's
four
a
faded
problem.
cities.
Karachi's a problem.
4 faded outbreaks and a normal outbreak are being threatened right now.
Sao Paulo's fine, Cairo's fine. Yeah, so we've got these 5 out of
That's
half of the
bad.
cards in the discard can be.
That's real bad.
Good thing you guys know a hero.
Yeah, but you being a hero only stops it for 1 turn, Pain.
Oh! I don't need this negativity.
And so 5 out of 10, and we're gonna drop another one that's gonna hit 3, so it'll be 6 out of 10, or 6 out of 11, and I'll have to draw 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know how to get out of this.
Oh, don't worry. I do.
You can only take so many scars before you die.
Hey, and you know what's fun? I'll just come back as another character, and we'll upgrade them with hero, and then
Wait,
it just
no,
is
no,
a
no, no.
never-ending cycle.
We need your researcher combo with EOG to be able to even win this game.
Ah.
I mean, researchers like that combo has definitely been how we've been winning games.
It's
We don't need it, but it is how we have our win streak. So if you just throw your character away, then we're basically fucked for the rest of the game.
this one.
how did Riot Gear? Wait,
I told
she has a
him I was
Riot Gear hat.
I told him I was protecting him.
Don't worry. I can take at least 2 more scars.
I mean,
It's when
So,
I
like-
can't take 4 scars.
like on my turn, I get 1, 2 quarantine. No, wait, no. 1 quarantine, 2, 3. No. I can only quarantine 1 city.
Yeah,
There's really nothing I can do
quarantining
about that.
sucks, man.
Well, we can't be space food
All right,
truckers
well,
if we
I'm
keep.
gonna pull off. I'm gonna pull off the shadow maneuver
Uh-oh.
that just throws quarantines on every red city at once.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's also this sucks. This is not preventative at all, but if you took me and you somewhere to give me 1 black card, it'd be cured. But I'm not sure that actually helps.
So I can, in 2 moves, get Knight to Karachi. Which would, if we cured black, it would get rid of it.
Right.
But that would be 2 moves. And that only fixes one of the potential many problems.
And it's not necessary. I mean, it's a bad one because it puts that tape. Well, actually, no. It just
It'll make
upgrades the level of
these 2 both
writing for
3.
Karachi.
Right.
Oh yeah, it'll make this one 3, yeah.
Well, it'll
So
spread.
it's not.
Yeah, it'll just
It
spread
will,
black-
but it's
black
not
with
the
4 cities.
worst.
So
That one is not the worst. So what you could potentially do, if you were, well, you don't have red cards to work with, is
No.
unfortunate.
no.
But you could potentially go to Shanghai, roadblock it, and fly somewhere else. If you full roadblock Shanghai, it doesn't save Beijing.
But the 2
But
of them
it
can't
does
trigger
keep
off
them-
each other.
Exactly. So then the only thing that happens there, if Beijing draws, is it hits Seoul.
Interesting.
So it hits Seoul and it's bumps it to 3 writing on Beijing, but it doesn't. The city doesn't fall, and it keeps it from spreading any further.
That's not bad.
And if San Francisco goes off, it just goes to Tokyo and 2 already green cities. So Yeah, no, I guess that would probably be our
That's
best call,
probab-
actually.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best we're gonna see here in the current situation.
It sucks because it doesn't prevent anything, any of them from going off. It just prevents one of them from making a second one go off immediately.
I just want to win
Well, it
this
does-
round and vaccinate a
I-
bunch of cities.
Yeah, that's what I
Let
want.
me double check.
I got you.
roadblocks.
Oh,
So if a
seriously,
city is
though?
As you
so
see
it would
the
increase the, it does increase the panic level. If the city's completely roadblocked, it doesn't mark an outbreak on the outbreak track,
Oh,
but it
wow.
does just increase the panic level.
So all it would do is increase the panic level.
Yeah, so if you roadblock Shanghai and Shanghai goes, then all we lose is one increase on Shanghai's
And
stability
if
level.
we put one more roadblock next to Beijing, then both of them are like that.
Not the best, but still better than having them spread and drive the
Yeah.
outbreak track.
And I wish I could do more than that. That's seems kind of shitty, but
I mean, from where we're at now,
So
we're
here,
not in the best
EOG.
situations for that.
we need to. Yeah, we're gonna have to finish this game, and we're gonna have to finish it quickly. Because I'm looking at this and going, yeah, I want to vaccinate as many cities as possible, but we only have 23 cards left in the deck.
Yeah.
So we only have 2.5 more rounds of the board. I only get 2 more turns after this one.
Don't worry, I can make it 3.
No, that won't help with the.
Says the
running these-
researcher, puffing cigarettes in the corner. I've seen this before.
So if you do that, fly yourself. Where's Milan?
Milan is right there.
Yeah, I had to
I
find it,
answered
so-
before I even found it.
So if you
Looking
fly
at finishing the
yourself to
game,
Milan,
we also need to put down vaccine factories.
Well, we have to cure all 3 diseases. We have
Yeah.
to do that. Which means we either need to vaccinate 6 cities or put down 3 factories. And if you just scoop these up, you have 3. You could go around and be like, I got Sydney, Jakarta, Bangkok, Hong Kong, you know. Hell, if you got Hong Kong, Bangkok, and Jakarta, then it can't spread to black.
Right.
All right. I guess that seems like the best option. And alternatively,
I mean, I mean, I don't know what other options we really have to work with, to be honest, that are going to do anything measurable.
can I use my C4 that destroys a base to instead destroy all the zombies on that tile?
It'd be nice.
Ooh, ooh,
Look at all of those roadblocks.
Hooray!
Wait, how many roadblocks go out in for one turn?
You can place, when you do the roadblocks, you can roadblock as many as paths
Oh.
out of the city as you want.
Cool.
And then I could either fly to Milan, or I could fly back to EOG in Manila.
I'm gonna laugh if Shanghai doesn't even get pulled.
Well, if you go to Milan, then Knight could take Milan from you.
Oh, right, yeah, that's the end. Okay, cool. All right, and that would be my turn. Great, here we go. Santiago. And here we go. Oh, yeah. Seoul. Gets
Oh,
3. Oh! Seoul gets 3.
That's pretty rough.
That was literally the worst thing that could have happened there.
So you're
No, that's not true.
telling
Well, it
me
could have been Los Angeles or Chicago.
it's my time.
No?
It might
Maybe.
be. We don't know
It-
yet.
Oh yeah, I can feel it in my
why did that?
bones.
What?
Oh,
Alright, here we go. 1. Cairo.
Fine.
2. Don't do it yet. Sao Paulo.
It's fine.
Oh,
3. San Francisco.
Okay.
So San Fran would
Which-
trigger,
on the
which would be
Chicago.
okay.
But not good enough. Give me a scar.
No, it would set San Francisco to riot and then put one in Chicago, Los Angeles, and Tokyo. That's not terrible.
Hey. Ooh, we're halfway there.
So are we accepting this fate?
I mean, the next turn could be way worse, so I think we should save him taking scars for that.
On the other hand, the next turn would just be these 3 cards if he doesn't.
Right, but how are you going to stop San Francisco?
By saying no. Bad.
I mean, I don't have any.
There's
I don't have
really a
anything
way.
that's going to save San Francisco.
Yeah, so I would rather just
It won't
eat
change
this
in
and
one
see if
turn.
next turn's better. Right.
Actually, that's a good point. This, if we stop the infection before my turn with my arranged quarantine, that actually might give us an opportunity to fix something.
The Seoul Beijing. Seoul Beijing bounce is what I'm worried about now.
Don't worry.
All right, so all we need to do is get to Seoul and then fully roadblock that off, and then that will by proxy fully roadblock Beijing off.
And the goose will take its claim.
I'm
All
just
right.
looking at.
Now remember, we only drew one of the 6 things that could go off.
Yeah.
So we've got Seoul, Beijing, Shanghai, Ho Chi Minh City, Karachi, and what was the other one?
Right?
Seoul, Beijing,
Cairo.
Shanghai, Ho Chi Minh- Yeah, no, that was it. San Francisco.
Cairo,
Yep.
Karachi.
So there are 8 cards that we know, and 5 of them are bad.
Yep, and we have to draw 3 at the end of this turn.
This is
Let's
pretty
see.
rough.
Did
Here,
you?
I have another
Yeah,
vaccine.
this.
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
Okay, so we
Let's
got
try-
we got to just end this game. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
if we
so
can.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, you know how I want to win. I want to win all the games. But if we are able to bomb a facility and vaccinate like 4 cities and then lose, then we get another game this month to vaccinate even more cities. So we can go to the next month going, zombies, whatever.
I mean, we might have to do that anyway,
right.
depending on how this
God,
goes.
if I
but
can do anything about it.
I do not want you to lose your character for this.
Yeah, but it'd be funny. And then I
So,
can
I'm
be
trying to-
It's
gunman.
like if we lose the first game of the month but win the second one, we're actually in a better position for the next month. But if we lose your character to win the first game of the month, we're going to lose both games of the next 2 months.
Okay,
don't know
so
that.
I have the option.
Gotta play differently.
I have the option of taking Cairo and Karachi off the board. Cairo did just come through,
Yeah.
but I can clear both of those. It
I
means
mean,
not
Karachi
picking
is
up the
the
blue
only
card.
of the 5 threats that isn't zombies.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't have anything I can do about the zombie threats.
I know.
Right. There's really just nothing.
It would be good to clear out Cairo, because if that goes to rioting, we lose that research center. Existing research centers stations are destroyed.
Yeah.
No new research stations can be built there.
Yeah. Cairo is in the discard now,
I'll be right back.
But Karachi is not.
so it is safe until we get another epidemic.
Never happened. For 3 turns. Goodbye, dear world. Quick, while Salty's gone, let me fall on the sword.
Why do you want to die so badly?
I don't. It's just I like Salty's reaction to no, stop, and I'm like, no, yes. You gotta realize I am the eldest son, and so person. So I get reaction is way more of a win than actually me winning.
That's a pretty smart.
I think
one
this.
there, Knight.
I think this
That's
has
good.
to be the play.
I don't like
to
that we're not
avoid
carrying
making
any
this worse.
diseases. But
I don't like it
that's-
either, but
That's what your character does, is what you just did. Like, that is the most
So-
efficient way to clean that.
so
Come
here's
on,
the
blue
thing.
card.
If this is a blue, then it doesn't.
Then all's
Then this
good.
this is a net win.
Come on. Yeah!
There's a blue.
Yeah!
All right, I think I take this and cure it now.
Yeah, might as well. Because Salty might be able to move you and freeze your hand up. And no, I don't think it's something I would do. I was gonna say I could swap London for a grenade belt. Because you just dropped a grenade belt with a blue card, but I don't think that's worth my
Well,
turns.
Chicago has
Better.
the airstrike,
That's true. It's just better.
so you could swap London for the airstrike.
Very true. Okay.
All right, I think that's.
Yeah.
It's not
So-
necessarily the ideal, but it's because we still got the cure out of it. It's
Artifact,
probably
what happened?
I have
He-
2 more
So I
scars.
He took
I
care
took
of black.
the. Oh, actually, right now black is also eradicated. So if we can
I just
cure
need
it
one.
before it comes back,
He took care of black and
Roll's bad.
Pull all 3.
Okay.
Pull all
Let's see
3.
the-
Perry.
Let's
Paris
take a
is
look.
fine.
And he cured
Shanghai is.
Shanghai's
Shanghai is
technically
fine-ish.
So,
So Seoul,
how bad
Seoul
is
would
Seoul?
send 1 to Tokyo, and it would make both it and Beijing get a +1. That's all it would do.
It would be 1 outbreak, right?
It'd be 2 outbreaks
Would it be 2?
because it's gonna.
Yeah,
hit
because
both
it would
of
outbreak Beijing.
Because Beijing can only send back to Seoul, which sent to it, so it can't send to anybody.
Yeah,
So
correct.
It's
But it's still, I
almost
think it's
roadblock,
still
but it's not roadblock.
the one going
Whoops.
to Beijing would outbreak it.
I know, but what I'm saying is, it doesn't get to send out its outbreak anywhere, so it's not even really
Correct.
outbreaking.
Yeah, let me
It
ask
just
you
increases
something.
the counter.
Let me ask you something, Knight. So if I were to go to Ho Chi Minh and put up 4 roadblocks, then it outbreaks. That doesn't move up our counter.
It doesn't move the counter, it just increases the city's counter.
What if I vaccinate every city that is connected to it? Does it still move up the counter?
Even though it can't send things to them.
I was just thinking about that a minute ago, because that's probably what I'm going to be doing, is running around vaccinating all these
So
cities in
don't-
this loop.
The
No.
rules don't say
Right,
that
that's
it
weird.
won't, but it shouldn't. But it probably would because the rules don't say that it won't.
Right.
But it shouldn't.
I think it would still have to count as an outbreak. But
'Cause it is an
because
outbreak,
there's
but
no
That's my point. It's not an outbreak if it doesn't outbreak to anywhere. That's why the roadblock rule exists. So, which is why I'm
But they-
saying Seoul would outbreak to Beijing and Tokyo. Beijing can't go anywhere from there because it can't go back to Seoul. So it's not outbreaking.
Since none of the adjacent. So
There's no
if
rule
we
for this, but it's common
Yeah, it's-
sense.
well, yeah, it's not a rule that's attached to that specific action, but if the roadblock rule is the reading of it is expanded, because the reading of it
Right.
is if the city is completely roadblocked, do not mark an outbreak since none of the adjacent cities are affected. In this case,
Right.
none of the adjacent cities are affected because of quarantine or
Where's our
vaccine.
roadblock rule?
I
Outbreak.
Page 10.
I don't
bottom
want
left, one from left.
To like rules lawyer and find a way to like
Oh, I
cheese
love
the
the
situation.
rules.
However,
Cheese?
I do
Wait,
think
where
that
is
if
the-
the
oh, here.
roadblocks. Oh, that's cool.
Now it specifically
tab.
says this is do not mark an outbreak on the outbreak track when it outbreaks since none of the adjacent cities are affected.
To
Because
me,
it says since none of the adjacent
I think-
cities are affected.
it says it. It says
Yeah, I
it
think
right
that-
there. Right.
I think
Knight taught us something.
the
That's
the
very cool.
only if you really play the rules lawyer thing, because it says if a city is completely
Well-
roadblocked, that ties it to the roadblock rule. But I think that
Right, but it
reading
says,
suggests
if a
that
city is
vaccine should
completely
work too.
roadblocked, don't do this because this reason.
Yeah,
And that
it
reason is what we're looking at.
describes. It describes why. I think that tracks to me.
That makes sense to me.
If a city doesn't,
Yeah,
if
I
it
think-
doesn't spread at all, then it doesn't advance our outbreak counter.
And because it's a fated city outbreaking, it would take fated figures going into those cities as part of the outbreak, which the vaccine blocks.
Vaccines would stop. So that expanding that further, soul triggering should not trigger a second one off of Beijing.
That's what I would think. Because it can't go
spread
anywhere.
from Beijing anywhere.
The only place it can go, it can't go to Shanghai because the roadblock, and it can't go back to Seoul because that's where it came from.
But
You
it would
put that
still.
back.
Oh, we can see the Berlin Wall's gone. What's up?
I guess it.
Ah!
I guess it really depends on a lot. Like, I don't know. From my understanding, that sounds right. Like it doesn't.
Now,
It
if you
can't spread.
drew Beijing, then that would spread to Seoul, and Seoul would spread to Tokyo, and that would trigger it too.
Yeah.
But drawing
I think-
Seoul, it doesn't.
I think
I
it's,
wouldn't.
yeah, I think all it would do is, I think we let this go through. Seoul spreads to Tokyo.
And not to Beijing.
And then
Or-
both of them get a +1 counter.
They both get a +1 counter, and our outbreak goes up 1. I think that's all that happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. How are
Oh,
we
Shanghai
getting this-
also goes up 1.
No, Shanghai doesn't go up.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
wait,
you
yeah,
drew
that's
Shanghai.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Did you change its state?
I did, yeah.
I did not.
Okay.
Well, I did something, but it was nothing productive.
I like the stack. That is
Yeah.
an impressive stack.
What?
Nice stack, Dupain.
Uh-oh.
Oh
You
shit.
can board.
I am the Aldot.
And that's how he stops an outbreak.
That's how I get the scar. I fall down the stairs.
Where even were you before you started
Okay.
flying around?
New York.
Oh, okay.
I knew where I was. New York.
Okay.
That's where
Okay.
dreams go to die.
Okay, my turn. So
So
I'm
if
thinking,
you,
Don't do it. Don't listen to him.
stop thinking.
let's see.
No, just stop listening to Knight. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's still looking out the window. It's like, it dark.
So Beijing is still in danger here.
So, yes.
So is Ho Chi
So one
Minh.
of the things. So there's two things that we could potentially do. One is continuing with the vaccines.
Yeah.
The other is
Cure Black.
I just noticed I have a lost hat. The other would be to come to me and get Riyadh to cure black, which also
Riyadh.
eradicates black because no black is out.
So
That's right.
here's
I could
the
fly
thing.
to Cairo.
So we drew Seoul, we drew Shanghai, we drew. Well, we cured this. So the only things left are Beijing, which would cause a double outbreak, and Ho Chi Minh
Did-
City.
Did we
Would be an outbreak.
did we increase the outbreak counter? It should be at the 5, right?
No, we increased it by 1, right?
Well, because Soul
I
outbreak.
didn't- touch it.
We
It's
just
technically-
went
I did
through
not
all
move
this,
the outbreak
and I
counter.
don't think you were listening.
I wasn't, but I didn't know if like
Did someone touch it after when we
I did
started
not.
upgrading the writing states of the?
No,
No,
I
you
did
I did
not
not
move it?
touch the outbreak counter. So I
Okay,
think
so it needs to go.
I
up
think
1.
we were, yeah, I think we were on 3, so it should go
Yeah.
up to 1 by 1 to 4.
Done. So what I'm looking at, guys, is finishing the game, which unfortunately is not just curing the diseases. And with
I
all
want
the,
to cure the diseases.
I know, but with all the faded being our problem, curing the diseases doesn't fix our problem.
All right.
don't worry. Knight's piss will be cured next round.
That the
Well, that
thing
means
is
that if you
nothing
guys-
fixes our problem.
Wait, why
We-
will Yellow be cured next round?
Yeah, because I'm gonna come over to you and toss one of my cards, and then you have 4 cards, and then I'll look at that piss boy's gone is
And he can give you cards at all.
There's
so
that.
if on EOG's turn they cure black, and then on D-Pain's turn they cure yellow, then it's done. We win. Oh wait, no, it's
No.
not. We still have to
Well,
do
we
two.
need
we had to
That's
do
my point.
yeah, we need 3
we need
objectives.
one more.
So we need to put down 2 more vaccine stations.
On my
or-
turn,
But-
I can drop 2 vaccine stations.
But like we have to at least cure. We can't eradicate. Like we
Right.
we could try to eradicate, but it's
I know.
just like yeah.
But on
that
my
one's
turn,
not-
I mean, we
literally
can
just be like,
eradicate, but we
pick-
don't have to.
yeah.
Seriously, just on my pick 2 of the cities that I'm holding in my hand, and I will put 2 vaccine things down on those cities at the end of, on my turn.
Okay,
You know?
so So I think that's our route to victory. Then is not even vaccinating the cities.
But that
So
means
that
next
means
game we can make
that's
two
what
of
we're
those
gonna have to do.
vaccine things permanent. That way, next
Did-
game we'll start with 2, and they'll be getting vaccines right off the bat.
And we need to get them going before this happens.
Yeah.
Did
So if I take one move to Cairo and then one to Riyadh,
Riyadh.
then I can take Riyadh, immediately cure.
That's 3.
Yeah, that's 3 actions.
And it doesn't take an action to cure.
Did we get another vaccine after Knight's turn?
No,
I did not put one out.
I don't think it matters though,
Okay.
because I don't think anybody's going back to get them. Not this game.
Nope. And now I have 1 action left, and I have a ranged quarantine. Where does it go?
Ho Chi
Okay,
Minh
so
or
Ho
Seoul?
Chi Minh and
Beijing, and Ho Chi
Beijing.
Minh are both dangerous.
But Ho Chi Minh's 1, Beijing would be 2 outbreaks.
That's true.
And Beijing going off would make Tokyo dangerous.
Do you agree with that one, Knight?
No, he fell asleep.
I'm pondering here because
Those are the only 2 that are
that's
dangerous.
probably I think that's the better
Spreads more,
overall.
but with as late as we are in the
Well,
game,
this
I'm
will
not
only
worried
spread
about
to
these.
3. Because this is
I'm not
vaccinated
worried
and this
about
is foreign.
these.
It'll spread to 4.
No, well, this is.
Oh no,
vaccinated.
3. Never mind.
Okay.
For some reason I was seeing a line between Ho Chi Minh and Sydney, but it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
actually there.
Even if it was Sydney's vaccinated or quarantined.
Nice.
True.
Okay, that's my turn then. Oh right, I can forecast. I totally forgot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Beijing.
Good call on that.
I can
Lagos
forecast.
is okay.
So in that case, doop a doop.
Welcome to New Bogota.
Okay, Beijing. So there goes that quarantine.
Lagos gets 1 yeller.
And Karachi,
Karachi
which
does not
is
get one.
eradicated.
Hooray!
Yeah.
All right, Payne, your turn.
Okay, Thane,
Aye.
you're up.
Oh, wait, hang on. Vaccine.
Yeah. So I first come over to London and say, "Hey, you smell," and then I was like, "Perry, oh, bed bugs," and then, "Hey, what's up? Look at this. Do you like this for your collection?"
Ooh, I do. Actually, no, I'm gonna throw it right in the trash.
No.
As well as Mexico City, Santiago, and Lima.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all 4 of my turns. And
All right,
cool. I get to
Now we're
discard a
definitely-
card.
definitely gonna draw Ho Chi Minh City now. Tokyo. Oh no, Tokyo gets a thing.
Wait a second.
Oh,
I could just discard it. It doesn't happen. No. Well, it doesn't really matter what.
This is the last turn.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the last one. So basically, Payne, if this is awful infection, you get a scar. If not, we get through without you getting a scar.
Let's just flip them all.
We knew that was gonna
Ho
happen.
Chi Minh.
New York.
New
is
York
fine.
is not terrible.
And
Essen.
That's
is
fine.
Essen
fine.
is fine.
So
New York,
I think it's better to go up to
That's,
3 on Ho Chi Minh
Zambo.
than get a scar on
Zambo. I already did it.
Payne.
I already did all the blues and yeah. All right, there you go.
All right, Salty's turn.
All right, so where do you want them?
Wait.
Milan.
I was gonna say you're already in Milan. Milan makes sense.
I have these 3, and I can just fly and use cards. So like,
Delhi probably.
where's
Yeah,
Tehran?
either
closer
Delhi
to red.
probably.
Oh,
It's also further if we put it in Milan. That's also further from Milan.
Yeah. We need something. We need
oh,
one of them in yellow
remember, we're
eventually.
only going to be able to keep 2 of these at the end of the game.
I would like to keep Manila.
I want to keep Manila, and the
Oh.
city's already vaccinated, so that's fine.
So which
we're
which
probably
city
keeping Milan.
out of the 3 in your hand, which ones are we gonna keep? Which
You know
one are
what?
we-
Delhi's closer to. Shit.
It is.
But keeping in mind that we can fly between these and the white ones, so it's nice to have them anywhere.
Delhi might be better just to have it because how many times are we like,
Well,
I wish we
like-
could get to the like middle of.
It's not
Yeah,
between,
I think-
it's not between Tehran and Delhi. It's between Milan and Delhi.
Yeah.
Like, because we're gonna keep
Well,
this.
as far as
we
which
only
one
get
we're
to
gonna keep.
Yeah.
I like Delhi.
All right. So yeah, I build a thing. Man, if I was, yeah, no, build a thing with discard, fly, build a thing with discard. I still have one move left, but that's it. We win.
So we cured the 3 diseases, and we have 3 vaccine factors on the board. There. It is.
Also, if we make 2 of these permanent, then we only have to build 1 more to trigger that again.
Yep.
This is good. Go bye though.
Yeah.
I'll get my scar later.
All right, we win the game again.
Win again.
What I really want, Payne, is I want a match where we get the med kit in your hand and you use it, then I swap a red card to pull it back out and hand it to you and you use it again.
That would be
want.
fantastic.
That's what I want.
All right, so
I want to die on the last
only-
game.
actually, that's not even a. It's no longer an issue with the Manila because
It's vaccinated.
with it
already,
vaccinated,
which is
we don't have to
epic.
worry about
It
it going
can't
any
get
further.
anything anymore. And
Delhi can still get bad things can happen to Delhi, but it's
That's our
vaccines that are
two-
right next to red. We can just ferry them right in and be like, Hong Kong.
and
you're
that's
fine.
our 2 endgame bonuses, so we don't have to make any other choices.
At least not for now. We could still
Yeah.
sabotage bases just to get them off the board.
Oh yeah. No, I just mean
No, he meant the bonuses.
Like,
Was I put
our-
down the 2
our
starting
bonus-
factories.
our bonus
Oh, yeah.
victory game end things. What were there any other things to look at for this win?
We had
So
stop-
draw this game at the end of your first game before
Win
making
bonus.
selections.
I hope it's a turtle.
for any game played in November. Advance all search party 1 space or add 3 roadblock markers anywhere.
Hey.
Okay.
That could be a good one to
And
throw up here on Beijing.
That's it. That's really it. Yeah, that's it. All right.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right, so I know you've got some cleaning up and shuffling and whatever to do on the board here. I am going to take an AFK and a bio break, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Actually,
Or
I'm just gonna
will
leave that
he?
up.
I'm curious. Okay. I just wanted to see if I was going to draw another pandemic if I didn't get through my turn. Or epidemic, I mean. And I did not.
Epic.
These new hats.
Right. You.
Do. It's like TFT.
I'm not happy about how that went. Because I wanted to vaccine more cities.
Yeah, it would be nice, but at the same time, not crashing all of the
Yeah, I know.
all those cities is good too.
Good to
Next
do.
game, my first goal next game is going to be to quarantine Chicago, San Francisco, and Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So that this side is clear and nothing else can spread across.
Yeah, that's one of the things
And
I
then
was
if I could-
thinking. If
If
we,
I can quarantine Hong Kong, Bangkok, and Jakarta too, then nothing can spread out this way.
Yeah.
Then it's all just captured.
yeah, that's what I was thinking as soon as I saw that come up. I was like, okay, if we can just
Hey, look, I made a
contain-
card house.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we've only got 2 games left.
And then we're free.
All right, so I have to put the
The win.
win. There we go. Teeny tiny
Little BB win. He wasn't happy about that one. Oh, I just realized if you hold tab and draw a line, it tells you how many inches.
Yeah, that's what tab is really for. Is measuring. It just also happens to make a noise and act as a ping.
Amusingly, this game of the 3 legacy games we're playing, this one is the one I look forward to the most. I think it's just because it's co-op. I don't really like doing the versus thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Clank is the way we've been playing Clank. It's been semi co-op.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like I enjoy Betrayal. It's just like
Even though
sometimes
you all traitored on me last game.
that's not what the cards said. Heart of the cards.
After the match was over, I went and explained to EOG what happened. How, okay, well, technically I was the traitor based on what the cards say, but these were how the rules work, and this is what this thing did, and this and the other. And he goes, yeah, no, it sounds like everybody was a traitor but you.
Yeah, but what does he know? You know what I know? I'm getting a ton of ads for couches.
Look at these fucking...
Hmm?
I'm just laughing at our funding. 464200020002000.
Yeah. Yeah, we end up with the very... It's crazy that we've only lost 3 games. And never a month.
They're
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we badasses.
Every time it starts getting into that crunch period where it's like, oh, this is going nasty, it's like, well, okay, we're just gonna win the game and we're just gonna shortcut winning the game. Why is there a giant loss sticker on my area?
Oh, cool. Check it out. Oh man, I'm following that rule so hard next game.
Which rule?
I can't tell you because you won't let me do it if I tell you.
I'm really curious now. Which rule?
I can't tell you. You're gonna stop
But
me.
I want to
doing it.
know. I want to know.
So we can. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna be like, oh no! Last turn I was supposed to draw 3 infection cards and I only drew 1. And I'm gonna cheat my ass off. And then there's a rule for it. What happens if we accidentally mess up the rules? And it says, it doesn't really matter. But if you accidentally made a game too hard, increase your funding. And if you accidentally made a game too easy, decrease your funding. Oh, well, I accidentally made it way too easy. I guess we should decrease our funding. It's 0.
Or we'll
I mean, technically,
we'll just start it
but
up here.
very much not the spirit of that particular
that's
item.
what the rule says.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick as well. I'll be right back.
Oh, shit. I accidentally drew 5 cards last turn.
A baker's dozen.
Wait, you mean to tell me we weren't supposed to start the game with the blue disease cured? Oops, my bad. There we go. Now I have a hat too.
I'm really wondering with the immunologist if it makes sense to switch to that.
You know, if I swapped from what I am to immunologist, we could, you know, and here's the thing. If we didn't have such a good, the coworkers and flexible thing on EOG, I would say definitely swap the EOG out with the immunologist. We don't need quarantines anymore. Get in there and fucking vaccinate everything, you know?
But at the same time, having the remote quarantine is also handy to prevent the messes until we get it vaccinated.
But the fact that he could just from a range be like, that city is cured of all fucking bullshit. Alright, why do we only have 37 in the bag? Or is that one more than we're supposed to have?
I don't know what the count is supposed to be for those ones.
It just seems odd.
I just happened to spot an extra one standing around Jakarta.
Maybe it's because he took one and turned it around to make into his character.
Maybe, I have no idea.
But we haven't run out yet, and I doubt we will, so.
I don't think that one is supposed to run out.
Ah, okay.
At least that's my hunch, is that one is not supposed to run out. The other ones have 24 because that's the one of the loss conditions.
Yeah, I knew that.
All right. I don't know what we're planning on doing next.
Going
If we're gonna-
to get food.
If we're going to space food truck or what.
Escape from Wormtown? The last train out of Wormtown?
It really is a shame that this, being my favorite of the 3 Legacy games, is the one that we finished the fastest. We're always like, oh, it's been 2 hours, we're done now. Where the other ones, it's like, man, we've been playing for 4 hours, and we need to stop, but we're only halfway through the game.
Yeah, I don't know how Clank works, but like, it feels just with like Pandemic Legacy. It's like, all right, here's more stuff to pay attention to. Oh my, okay.
Right?
I'm really curious about with the
This
season 1 and
Pangea-looking
season
motherfucker.
0 and season 2.
I wouldn't mind doing another Pandemic Legacy.
Yeah, I could stick with Pandemic. It's been fun. We would just have to convince EOG.
Why, EOG? I know you're not here to defend yourself, but do you not like fun?
The question is just season 0, which is Cold War, or season 2, which is post-apocalypse, I guess.
I think
you
it's
failed on season 1. and now you
yeah.
have season 2.
That's what it feels like if we.
I'm back.
EOG, why don't you like fun?
Well, it's actually a condition.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's rude of you to ask now that I think about it.
yeah. Do you think I care?
Wow.
That's right. Welcome to my new show on Fox News. Think I Care with D Payne.
Hang on.
You have a
Nate,
show
can
on
you
Fox
go-
News?
Excuse me. Nate, can you go back to the game we were just on?
What do you?
Or we don't need the saved board. I just want to see the board.
Wait a second. Is Lagos in the same spot?
This is water, and we could just see. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Africa here. This is Europe. This is U.S. It's just all water.
I know. I was distracted by the fact that it was Pangea looking. Okay. So I just noticed on that last board that November and December both had 1 objective. So I was like, wait, what about this one? This one's 3 on November and 2 on December.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I wonder if
Yeah,
that's
there's also
because
other counts on those.
I wonder if it's because by December there are only going to be 2 objectives.
I would bet money at the start of December we're going to draw a card that's going to say, throw away all of your objectives. Here are your objectives. You know?
Could be.
Objective
Seems
1,
likely.
all diseases are eradicated. Objective 2, there are no military bases on the board.
There are no military bases on the board.
Objective 3. D Payne is patient
No.
It's going to be vaccinated.
Objective 1, all fated cities are vaccinated. Objective 2, you have to do this search thing to get into the big military complex and destroy, I don't know, the person who started this.
Fauci.
And kill them.
Kill them.
Bin Laden?
And then it's gonna be like one of those search cards, but it's gonna have like 40 fucking things on it. How the fuck do we search all
We
this?
don't have enough cards to search. Wait, well, I guess that's how we get our first loss.
Oh my god.
Then it-
That
Can
sounds
you
like a game
imagine?
I would create.
I'm just coming
The
up with a
search
reason why the
progression.
binoculars would be super good for that last game.
Then you have the search progression. If you're in the city or when you're in that city, if you're for each person on your team that's there, multiply your search progress by 1, or
By
increase
1?
your search progress multiplier. So if you have, my thought is like if all 4 of you are there, then it multiplies it by 4. If if you discard a card, all the cards the same color, then I don't know.
It's gonna be like it's gonna increase the search productivity based on how many people you have in the up here in the like haven't used them section. Or like we have people that are still on our team that haven't died.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be for everyone that has a scar is now infected and cannot be used. Have fun,
Oh my
nerd
god,
lords.
that would be so brutal.
So guys, I have good news for you.
Mm.
We literally cannot open box 8 now. I mean, we can, but we would have to lose both November and December games, and then it'd be like, well, you can open it, but there are no more games.
Ooh. Can we see what's in it then?
That's I guess that's up to night.
I don't know. I feel like I do want to know what's in it,
We
but
can
I feel
wait.
like we should wait until after our December game to find
Yeah,
out.
it says you time to
let's
open it,
wait.
baby.
Let's wait. It's fine as long as we get to see what's in it eventually.
I'm gonna delete it.
Oh, Pat, I forgot. I told Knight my new strategy for December and November games.
Mhm.
He's not happy with it, but he can't argue with it.
Okay.
I found a rule in the rule book, and I said I'm going to take full advantage of it. It says, what happens if we make a mistake? And it says, well, you can't go back, so, you know, it's fine. It probably doesn't make that big of a difference. Don't worry too much about it. But if you accidentally made the game harder on yourself, you can increase your funding. And if you accidentally made the game easier on yourself, you can decrease your funding. So I said, oh, okay. Oh, no, I accidentally didn't place any infection cards last turn, and I drew 5 cards from the player deck. Well, I guess we better decrease our funding. It's 0.
Also, you know, I was looking in the rule books, and it doesn't say that a golden retriever can't play Pandemic Legacy.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing in the rules that says a dog can't play.
Okay, Airbud.
Cut to
So,
the picture of a golden retriever with a lab coat and glasses.
Why didn't they come out with those movies in the
So
pandemic?
Knight and I were looking at this guy and trying to figure out
If he's good.
he looks real good for us to just clear all of red out with very few having to work on it.
It's got good
But-
posture.
The problem is, who would we even get rid of to do it? Right, like, who would we swap out to do that?
Right.
We kind of like the team we have is working too well.
I can
If
fix
my
that.
character didn't have the coworker status with Pain, then my character might be worth swapping for that. But I still do save us from outbreaks a lot with quarantine.
Can we get coworker again?
That's what I was just checking. Yeah, there's another coworker
Yeah,
sticker.
you definitely can.
So if you swap to him, we could put coworkers on him and the second coworkers on researcher. And then you
It's
would
for
you
sure
would lose
possible.
your flexible and forecaster, but you would
right. But I'd be able to vaccinate from a space away and one
the thing is
one
I
dose
don't,
per figure.
I'm not even worried about it's still 1 dose per figure, it's just 1 action instead of multiple actions.
Right.
So I'm not really worried about it. It doesn't seem like he's that great. It's just the range thing that's kind of neat. Really what we need to do is just when the next game starts, we've got 2 vaccine facilities on either side of red here. We just need to hit as many red cities as we can that don't have figures on them, and then ditch it, and then do that again on the next game. You know?
Yep. For sure. We just have to get it before it gets out of control.
No, thinking about it, if we started off like if we known like if some of us played this version before, we could have really built up the generalist to be a beast.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
We-
Potentially.
I played the generalist on the first game, and then I just didn't like her because she didn't have
just
anything.
didn't-
Yeah.
Well, okay. Actually, there is a there's a relationship status. Well, you know what we could have done is slogged our way, struggling through the first couple of months until we unlocked more characters and then added them for relationship status. Because the biggest thing right now that sucks is that we can't add a relationship status between like medic and the dispatcher.
Yeah.
But the dispatcher's got one that is like, not the dispatcher. There's a relationship status that's like if you start your turn on the same space as someone, you get an extra turn.
Yeah, right there. And I could ensure that every turn Knight starts on the same space as me.
Well, and you getting an extra turn.
Okay. I chose to play the generalist for for the next October game, and then I'm gonna play the medic for December. So
I
let's
wish,
get a relationship.
I
right?
don't think it works that
I
way.
don't think
It was
works
like
that way.
it was like the first time you play someone.
Right, because it
So-
says the first time you play someone, you give them a name, and you can only give relationships with someone when they don't have a name yet.
So does that mean if
Now, I
Salty
tried
and
to
Knight
bend that rule
switch?
with Knight and say that we didn't give any of them names so we can keep giving them relationships, but he said that didn't count.
Now, does that
That was
just mean
several months ago.
does that just mean the first person, like, if let's say Salty decided to play the medic and Knight played the dispatcher,
Oh my God.
technically that's the first time either one of them have played that card. Now, to be fair, with those same rules, they wouldn't keep their upgrades. So-
But like the scientist could cure 2 of our diseases with 3 cards, and if they had the coworker status with pain,
Who?
that'd be wild. You'd just be starting off the game with curing a couple of diseases.
We could just do this. Just there, yeah. Look, hey, they're good.
Okay, I have a question.
What is it? I like this question.
If I take this upgrade, and I just force it onto this medic card somewhere, can he do that twice now?
I think I asked this very early on, and you guys all said no.
I don't think so because it's because of the once per turn. I don't know,
I remember asking
but
this.
it's also a scar. That's not an upgrade spot.
Wait, hang on.
Whoa,
Wait, hang on.
I'm hanging on.
Nothing on Knight's card says that he can cure at range.
Yeah, it's just the local connections thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
It's the tree.
didn't realize you had that
Be-
because of that. Well, there, now you have it twice.
Because he treats all cubes of one color, we gave him
Yeah,
local
yeah.
connections real early.
Okay.
You know, it would have been fun if we played the characters that were closest to our real birthday.
Oh Lord.
Who would I be?
So far,
And
dispatcher's closest.
Well, the one EOG would have been probably the one that left us because his birthday was last month.
Yeah. Yep,
Generalist.
Infernal.
Generalist's birthday
look-
is 6 days before mine.
Looks like the soldier would be mine.
I think the operation expert would be mine.
How good could we make a generalist though?
That's what
Great.
that's what I'm thinking. It's just like, man, we really like that. That would have been fun just to keep putting up upgrades on them, so that way late game the generalist comes in and is like, I've been taking knowledge steroids. Watch me work,
Honestly,
nerds.
The problem is
because we have other stuff to put the upgrades into.
Oh, I
the
know.
problem is
Yeah,
the problem is that the upgrades aren't good enough. Like, upgrades are good for bolstering things, like giving the medic grizzled and local connections. But for someone who their whole thing is I have 1 extra turn, and that's it, they don't really have anything to bolster. It's like, okay, so we could give
Well-
her pilot. We could give her
But keep in mind that you just won the game using exclusively pilot. I mean,
I
not
did move
like,
Knight.
not for the
I
whole
did
game.
move Knight around a few turns, but yeah.
No, I don't mean. I mean your
But
last turn. You did
that last turn
two-thirds
was
of an
pilot.
objective using just pilot.
That's true.
So like that's why I'm asking is, are there things we can find like that? Because for sure you were needed as the dispatcher for the rest of the game. But if you get enough things on one person, I don't know. Like what if we had on that
Shady
person
background.
hero and flexible, and then also pilot,
Right?
right? Like so they can put stations anywhere, and they could use the med kit and pick it back up.
There you go.
Actually,
Formidable.
Shady background and formidable. And pilot.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the soldier with hero would be good. For an action, he can pick up an equipment card from the discard pile. He doesn't have to drop anything for it.
Oh, that would be
yeah.
really good that way. But he can't discover the cure. Not that that matters tremendously.
So he would need to be co-workers with the researcher, so the researcher can just funnel him cards and he can keep using hero and picking it back up.
Ah.
Although he would have
Yeah,
it's an
Soldier is
action,
pretty cool.
so he'd have
If
to do
this-
it on his turn.
If this game, if you had more players, I feel like R4 is too good, but adding like a soldier to it would be really great. You know,
Yeah, our squad is too good, but it does make me wonder, would we have ended up with a different set of 4 and going, this is too good, we couldn't pass these up?
I think so.
I mean, there's definitely potential. It's just a matter of the team that we ended up with very quickly is just so dominant
well,
that
so the researcher being coworkers with anybody is badass.
Super good, yeah.
And then the dispatcher medic combo is badass. And then quarantine was basically necessary for us to not lose.
Which, if you remember, we only have the coworker thing because EOG switched to the quarantine specialist from somebody.
Scientist.
Scientist.
thing.
Medic, no scientist, yep.
So, Salty, in order to make up the quarantine thing, what we would need is equipment that does stuff, and the soldier picking them back up and using them for like
Right.
range. But
So if
on
you
the other
instead of quarantine, if you had played the soldier and just always been knee deep in zombies and red with a grenade belt and shit, it would have been
Basically.
probably just as good.
it's similar.
It would have been similar. The problem is that then you wouldn't have been able to take cards from pain to cure things because you can't cure.
I also wouldn't have been able to throw quarantine over outside of the
Yep.
gated area.
but you could move into a city and grenade belt 3 times to clear out a full city
That's a good point.
since the grenade belt is not an action, and you can pick up the card as an action.
That's a really good point.
Oh, good. South America is all vaccinated.
Dude, the binoculars. I could have picked it back up every
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can you
It'd be good
imagine?
for aerosol too.
EOG, this started up, right? This game that we just starts up. We all start at Cairo. And you go, what's something we don't give a shit about? Field hospitals? Field hospitals we probably don't care about that. I'm gonna put field hospitals on Sydney. And then go to Sydney, use Sydney, pick up field hospitals, use Sydney.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway,
All right. What's next?
so are we gonna try to make space food?